No matter which type of table saw you encounter, they will all have the common parts and functionality that we'll be introducing in these next segments. This is a very quick overview of the major parts of a common table saw. We'll be looking at each with more detail for the next few moments. To start with, we'll be showing you the structural, mechanical, and electrical pieces that enable a table saw to do what it does. Just below the surface of a saw's table, in its base, is where most of the action is. The base houses vital internal working pieces. Mechanical operations of a table saw involve several different pieces that have to work together. The first of these parts are called trunnions. Trunnions are mounted either to the base or to the underside of the top. They hold the motor and a part called the arbor in place. Trunnions are also used to align the blade with the rip fence and the miter slot. The arbor is what the blade is attached to. Naturally, an electric motor powers all these working parts. You should also probably know that power is sent to the blade in three common ways. It is either provided directly from the motor to the blade, or by using a belt and pulley system, or by using a gear set. It might be interesting for you to note this little piece of information. If you have ever operated a table saw, or been around someone that has, you might have noticed that once it's switched on, it runs at full speed, almost instantly. In gathering information for this presentation, we wondered just how fast a typical table saw goes when a typical operator is using it. You may already know that revolutions per minute, or RPMs, is the measurement standard when measuring things that revolve or spin. We wanted to use a 10-inch blade, which is common to many table saws. The information we found for this example specified a 3-horsepower motor, which is a bit more power than a typical woodcrafter would need. We learned that such specifications would get the following in return. If there was no load on the blade, meaning that you were not cutting anything, the maximum RPMs could reach as high as 6,500 revolutions per minute. That's about 108 revolutions per second. That's fast. Now, if you were cutting something, the operating speed, depending on the thickness of the stock and the condition of your blade, could range between 3,000 and 5,500 RPMs. That's fast too. The rest of the saw's action happens on the table's surface.